Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel, I have created unboxing Python videos starting from basics of Python, installing Anaconda, and some more videos also. In this video, we are going to see loop control statements. Before we see loop control statements, we must know what are the loop structures available. We have two types of loop structures available in Python. One is while else, another one is for else. This flowchart explains a generic looping structure. The statements will be executed sequentially, and sometimes we may want to execute certain statements repeatedly based on a condition. If the condition is true, the block statements will be executed and then control will be checked again. So this true block will be executed as long as the condition is true. When you enter into the condition, if it is false, or after executing the true block, the condition may become false. At that point, the false block will be executed and then control will go to the next statement following the loop. So why do we need a loop control statements? So in this true block, I may want to check another condition. Based on the condition value, I may want to continue with the next iteration, that is skipping some statements and continue with the next iteration. Or I may want to come out of the loop altogether. Instead of just skipping the whole thing, and I may want to come out and execute the next statement following the loop. To achieve this, we have two types of loops. Two types of loop control statements. The loop control statements are continue, break, and pass. Continue skips the current iteration of a loop and continue with the next iteration, as I have given it in the first example. It will continue with it skip the current iteration and continue with the next iteration. For that you use continue. And then if I just want to come out of the loop altogether, then I must use a break statement. Apart from these two, we have one more statement called pass. It is used when you require a statement syntactically, but you don't want to execute any command or code. In that case, you can use this pass. It is something like a null statement. This video, I am using Jupyter Notebook to execute the code snippets to see the results. To see the code more clearly, I am just going to zoom it. So here I am using a for loop to go from 0 to 20. And then I just divide this I by 2 and take the remainder. So this mod operator will give the remainder after integer division. If the remainder after integer division by 2 is equal to 0, that means I is an even number. If I is an even number, I just want to continue. That means I want to skip this statement and continue with the next value of I. So the result will be just printing the odd values, because only the odd values will have the condition false and then come to the next statement. If the condition is true, we go for the next iteration. Here I am just using a list. I have a list of values here, and for I in colors. So it will take one element in this colors, and if that element value is equal to blue, I continue. I don't want to go to the next statement. That means the items which are not blue will get printed. The items, the value blue will not get it printed. Instead, it will skip to the next iteration. So I'll just execute that. Now you can see that red is being printed, green being printed, blue is skipped because of the continue statement. Suppose instead of this continue, if I have a break, we'll just see what will happen now. What happens now? As long as that value is not blue, the loop will be repeated. But once it becomes blue, it comes out of the loop and the rest of the elements are skipped. So here we have a for else and we have a nested loop for num in range 10, 20. So you all must be knowing when I have a range from 10, 20, the num will take a value from 10 to 19. And for I in range 2, num minus 1, whatever the value of num minus 1. And then here I am just taking a mod operator and the num after integer division of I will give a remainder 0, then it will break. It will come out of the loop. If it will come out of the second loop, nested loop, or else that value will be printed. We'll just run this program to see the result. Here you can see that we are getting the prime numbers from 10 to 19. So we are using a nested for loop. This break will come out of the loop in which it is being used. So that means the innermost loop will be broken out. And then this example we have already seen. Here this is the problem. Given the following list of integers, print them until a number already printed is found. That means you keep printing. Suppose you encounter a 1, you must stop printing. Okay, so here L is a given list and found is the new empty list. Now what I am going to do is I take one element from the list and check whether that particular element is in the found list. If it is found, then I just break out of the loop. If it is not found, then I am appending it and then I am printing it. Here you can see that 1 will be printed, 5 is printed, 6 is printed, 4, 7. And when it comes to this 1, I'm just given a break, so it will come out of the loop. Suppose instead of the break, if I give a continue statement, what will happen? Continue will skip these 2 lines and continue with the next iteration. Here you can see that 1, 5, 6, 4, 7, 2, 3. That means we have skipped the number which is duplicate. So 1 is being skipped. Now we'll just see an example of a pass statement. Here I am taking each letter or each character from this Python. If it is H, I am just giving a pass. Pass is nothing but a null statement. Nothing will be done here. So if I run this, I'll just get the result like this, Python. But if I have a break statement or a continue, the result will be different. We'll just try that example. If I give a break, what happens? When it encounters H, it comes out of the loop. Suppose if I give a continue, only that particular H will be skipped. Here you can see that H will be skipped. That means only this line will be skipped and the control goes to the next iteration. With this video tells about the loop control structures. Thank you for watching and we'll see the next video about functions.